In this episode, I officially become the criminal. We are committing straight up theft for cash, catching a kidnapper, and getting into fistfights inside random people's apartments. Welcome to the Shadows of Doubt. We cracked the Watcher case last episode, which means for the first time in his life, TheRamigiusz actually has some cash. First order of business, we are getting off the streets. I marched right up to the city hall and dropped 1200 credits on an apartment at 01 Schwartz. Actually, it's a basement unit, but beggars can be choosers. Right, guys? Okay, let's head out to our new home. Look at this absolute beauty. Filthy grey walls, literal cockroaches crawling on the floor, one single room and a bathroom. It's a complete shithole, but it's my shithole. To fund our new luxury lifestyle, I checked out the job listings and found this corporate client looking for an experienced investigator. I know him, it's me. The payout over 2000 credits. This is literally double what I got paid for catching a serial killer. I took it instantly, unaware that this one stupid quest would drain 4 hours of my actual life. The voice on the phone sent me to meet a contact at the Siren Bar. The objective is to secure a brown and red envelope. To help me find it, the contact hands me a briefcase with the target's file. I opened it, expecting a name, maybe a photo, and I get fucking nothing. The target is 40X and has average build, and lives somewhere in Darling Heights. That's it. So I have to somehow background check an entire high-rise building. But man, that corporate man is calling my name. Let's do it. Look at the state of this establishment. Somehow the electrical box faces through the walls. Okay, what do we have here? Telephone router. This allows me to see all the telecommunication through the phone. So my stupid ass had what I thought was a genius plan. Step 1. Pull everyone's residence name using the mailboxes and address book. Step 2. Plug those names into government database. I needed to crack City Hall, so I bought a codebreaker. It brute forces access, but it's a one-time use tool, so I had to make it count. In this office, we can immediately spot a sticky note on the wall with the password. Good to know that even government employees have a terrible security habits. Then the camera caught me. I panicked and sprinted right back into the previous room to hide. Turns out there was another terminal sitting right there. I punched in the code and just like that we have access to the most powerful database in the game. Then the funniest part about this entire government infiltration, there is an active camera right in this row, but it for some reason ignores me. God bless incompetent fools. Yeah, please don't listen to this idiot. That whole mailbox plan was a massive waste of time. I decided to work smarter and just started knocking on everyone's door. I would inspect them and I was checking for an average build and someone in their late 40s. If they match the description, I offered a bribe for their name. If they refuse, I just broke into their apartment. Sometimes the resident was still sitting right there, so the whole thing would instantly devolve into one giant fistfight. Hey! Don't run away from me. Then, her roommate just comes in and just beats my ass. No, wait. This is how I collected a few potential targets. And then, look at this. Bingo. Jailbreak Willoughby. 48 years old, average build. He's literally the only person that matches our profile. Let's check out his place and get some real info. Look guys, it's her. She lives with him. Okay, time to get this envelope. I managed to sneak into Jailbreak apartment through the vents and went straight for his office files. I needed to get some actual data on this guy. The entire time I'm digging through these papers, I can hear someone walking around the apartment. Sneaking into the dark bedroom, I managed to find his work records. He works at Albion's and Sons. And here is where I made a massive blunder. I got so paranoid about him catching me that I completely ignored the rest of the apartment and bolted straight back out through the vents. I assumed that envelope had to be at his office. So I made my way to his workplace. The problem is it's the middle of the day and office is packed with security. So I sat down and waited for the night. Fun fact about this game. The economy is so broken that doing a simple corporate espionage pays double what the police department pays for solving an actual serial murder case. Capitalism at its absolute peak. And just as I am waiting for the clock to hit midnight, boom! We have an active kidnapping case. A woman named Sarah has been taken and there's a kidnapper on the loose. Well shit, corporate envelope is officially on hold. We have a life to save. Kidnapper to hunt down. I made it to the victim's apartment. I took a quick look around the hallway, whipped out my lockpicks and worked the door open. Time to see what we are dealing with. As soon as I stepped inside, I realized the place is absolutely packed with security cameras. So now I have to search for clue while constantly dodging their line of sight. I start digging around and first thing I find is a note. The victim writes that she feels like she's been watched, which is exactly what our previous victim Jinwoo said before she died. And then I find the actual ransom note. The kidnapper is demanding 5,000 credits to be dropped off in the building's basement or she dies after 1 AM. 5 grand? Yeah, in your dreams, buddy. You have only a few hours to catch this guy. I pull out the scanner and dust the ransom's note for prints. I sneak past the cameras into the bedroom and I find a letter inviting the victim to the meeting at 5 PM today at a place called Devil Fish Fryer. I keep pushing my luck, tossing the apartment upside down and checking every single cabinet, desperate for anything else that might help us close the loop. Eventually, I track down the password for her computer, log in and pull up her emails, expecting a massive breakthrough, but absolutely nothing. It's a completely dead end. So let's look at the board. Sarah Hughes was invited to the meeting at 5 PM today and her apartment is covered in type AE fingerprints. We also know she was messaging someone named Yolanda Letson on Vmail. Honestly, it's barely anything to go on. Okay, the very last thing I did was to check the terminal for the last dialed phone number. But right at the exact second, the camera finds me and a turret shoots me straight in the back while I'm trying to run out of the room. I sprint out into the hallway only to find the security doors completely locked down. I had to quickly break into the electrical box, bypass the systems, and force the doors open. Then I ran quickly down the stairs. And it gets even better. As I'm running through the ground floor, some random lunatic shoots me right in the back again. I managed to escape the building, bleeding out, bruised up, but alive. Now I can officially collect the case and arrest the kidnapper. Okay, time for the sad reality check. I look at these fingerprints that we collected, and they belong to the victim herself. The kidnapper must have forced her to write her own ransom note at gunpoint, which means, yep, we are completely back to square one with 0 leads. Well, if the paper trail is dead, it's time to check the security footage. Her apartment was filled with cameras. Wait, some lunatic tries to fight me. Okay, So let's get back to where we were. So if we can break into the surveillance room, we might actually watch the abduction happen. Except we hit a massive design flaw. I tracked down the camera room only to realize whatever idiot architect built this place put the surveillance door for the restaurant inside the apartment building, and it's like this on both sides. Completely dead end. With the main room, with the camera room apparently not existent, I decided to head all the way down in the basement, hoping to find a camera room. I definitely didn't expect to find what was waiting down here. Holy shit, it's Sarah. She's sitting right here, tied up. I rushed over and immediately started getting the cuffs off her. I mean, hey, the timer hasn't run out. She's alive and nobody's dying on my watch today. The only problem is that the kidnapper is nowhere here to be found. He's still completely out there. We need to find him. My only clue is whoever met with our victim right in this devilfish fryer. Let's find out. I managed to break into the restaurant's terminal, and looking at the sales records, nothing stood out. So I pull up the security footage. Okay, let's rewind the tape to 5 PM. Okay, so we see Sarah at the table. There's this guy named Ali Rose waiting by the register. Could this be our person? Let's fast forward a bit. Look at this. Someone new just walked into the frame. Let's pin him to our board. Okay, he sits down with our Sarah. Yep, this has to be our kidnapper. Oh fuck. Okay, let's now find out who our target is. I asked this fat guy if he's seen this man, and also this tiny guy if he's seen this man. Finally, I asked this lady. They all told me that they seen him at the old Hyacinth Hotel. At the hotel, I asked our old friend Ryuki if he's seen our target. He even told me the exact room where he lives. Let's meet him. Look at this complete joke. He's tiny. What? Okay, and I tried to bribe him to force him to tell his name, and it actually works. Man, you are stupid. Thank you. I tried to ask him if he gives me his fingerprints, or if I can enter his apartment, hoping that he's that stupid, but nope. And then I just jumped out of the first floor and almost died. The power of the government database, we got all the details we need from the Ellie Payne. He is down for. As you can see, everything is grey because I'm almost dead, but I ate this hamburger before get to the job. I checked if I had handcuffs on me and waited for him to open the door. Then he just opened it being naked. Okay, and let's get him. Hey dude, we got you. And now tell me, are you really our target, or did I arrest innocent man? Okay. Where? I hope you were so incompetent that I think you won't get the big sentence, so be more optimistic. Okay, time to fill up the papers. We know that the full name of the kidnapper is Ellie Payne. We arrested him and his den is located, well, he told us that in McCoy house, so maybe here. I don't know. Let's pick this vacant address and I think it's done. I hope I got the right guy. And nice, we got him. Okay, so I'm not so stupid after all. Nice job. Nice paycheck. And we are on the level 3. We are half done with this game. Soon we will reach the fields. Get out of the city. Okay, back to the business, to actual case, which is harder than this kidnapper hull. We need to get to this job of this dude, so let's go. We are lucky that it's late, so I can actually just hop right in this vents and go to this office. But it's a maze. Okay. Jump on and disable all this monitoring stuff. Fast, 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 fast. Dude, come on. Oh, yes. Good. Okay, let's look around and find this envelope. Oh, yes. Is it? So I read on the internet that it should have fingerprints of our target. But I will take every one of them and see if this task checks out. I checked every drawer, every shelf, everything in this office. And I still didn't find this envelope. But I got some money, so it's kinda good. We have to pay somehow our rent, and even the safe was empty. Why they used this safe? Hey, let's go to his apartment again. I made it back to the apartment and stood outside the door and almost threw up listening to them aggressively declare their love for each other. Or maybe I'm just jealous. I'm not dealing with that, so I got back into the vents and the sonar got crazy. But I dropped into the room and started tearing the place apart again. And I swear to God, I found the envelopes sitting right there. Right where I was standing hours ago. Are you fucking kidding me? I spent 4 actual hours running around the city, getting shot in the back, and the damn thing was right here the entire time. Whatever. We got it, time to get paid. I called the client to drop it off, and I think this guy was having a genuine schizophrenic episode. He tried to invite me to meet the contact all over again, and I panicked because I thought that the whole crest line was just bugged out. But thankfully, the log updated with the drop-off address. I get to the apartment, knock on the door, and what the fuck, this absolutely jacked woman answers. She looks like she could stab me in half like a dry twig. But hey, she took the envelope, the contact closed, and we just got over 2000 credits. Absolute cinema. And hey, we have even level 4. Nice. Alright, we have 4000 credits in the bank. It's officially time to furnish this place because honestly, living in this literal biohazard zone is not it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at this. From a 0 out of 10, a solid 3 out of 10. We've got a working fridge, an actual wardrobe, a functional bathroom. It's a masterpiece. And finally, after days of sprinting through the rain, fighting roommates and dodging turrets, Rami Gosling can finally close his eyes and get some sleep. No! God damn it!